We are Bot Brigade and I am Rod. Hello and welcome. I'm here to help you develop your own product. So here are 5 ways to develop your own product. I want to talk about this through this product that I developed. It's a 3D printed camera lens. And this is what it looks like. But let's get to the list. So way number 1 is narrow it down. So for example, this, I had to narrow it down. What exactly do you want to make? What product do you want to invent or innovate? You have to actually pick and decide what it is that you want to make before you actually make it. And it sounds simple, but a lot of times that's the hardest part. What can I make? Where can I make a difference? And what product can I create? In this case, it's a camera lens. Way number 2 is identify points of fulfillment. So in this case, with my camera lens, I had several things that I wanted this to do. Number 1 is I wanted it to be really small as possible. Number 2, obviously I wanted it to work. Number 3 is I wanted it to have a certain aesthetic. So I wanted this lens to stand out as not being a regular normal lens. Now you have to identify these points of fulfillment in your own product. Now that you've narrowed it down to what it is that you want to make, what is it about that item that will make it stand out? What is it about that item that you want it to do? What hole is this product trying to fill? Number 3 is look at already existing products. So chances are that you're not going to develop something out of thin air that has never existed before, that no one has ever seen, but rather you're making something that already exists, either better or you're filling the need of something that already exists. In this case, it's a camera lens, right? So in this case, I'm trying to make something that I've never seen before, which is a 3D printed camera lens, but camera lenses already exist. So I'm taking my inspiration from something that already exists. The other thing is, it doesn't have to be an item or product that exists within the realm of things that you're trying to make. Sometimes the best inspiration comes from items that have nothing to do with the item that you're trying to make. So in this case, we have a screw. That's how this focuses. The way this lens focuses is a screw. And I put screws in a lot of my products and a lot of my designs because they just work. And they're very rudimentary, they're very simple, and they just work, right? So on this side you have the female screw, on this side you have the male screw, and that's how you focus. The distance changes, and that's what makes the lens focus. The change in the distance. And you accomplish that with a screw. So you don't need all these complex things. I could have gone, a very complex route, but one of my things was it needed to be small. In seeing other items, in this case a screw, that has nothing to do, most likely, with camera lenses, I was able to do exactly what I set out to do. And sometimes inspiration strikes from random objects. So keep looking for that inspiration. Number 4 in developing your own product is don't give up. Now I want you to know that the first time you print something, it will not work. 100% guaranteed it will not work. Whatever it is that you made, designed, will not work the first time you make it. And I don't want you to be discouraged about that. And it will probably take a lot of iterations, a lot of tinkering, a lot of trying to get it right. This took me a lot of tries. This took me probably about 50 failed camera lenses because I didn't know anything about camera lenses. I didn't know anything about distances and focus, anything. And so when I made this, I came from zero, from nothing, from not knowing anything. But through trial and error, I got this to work. And I didn't need to do or know any fancy math or how cameras work. I just tried. And I tried and I tried, and eventually it works. And it works exactly the way I wanted it to work. So don't give up. Don't be discouraged. That leads me to point number 5 there, and that's don't give up. don't give up. Just keep doing it. Sometimes you have to shelve a product or an idea that you had and come back to it later, and that's okay. Don't stress yourself out. You'll be able to make something. You're intelligent enough. You're smart enough. You're creative enough. Trust me, you can do this. And the greatest thing about 3D printers that I love is that we get to bring our thoughts into reality. And you've never been able to do this before unless you have tons and tons of money. You know, unless you went in Shark Tank and sold your idea, you were never able to take something that you imagined, something that you thought of, and turn it into a product and be able to manufacture that product by yourself in your own home. You did all of the steps all by yourself in your own home. So don't give up. This is amazing stuff. So keep doing, keep trying, keep making. Thank you so much. Oh, and if you want one of these, I made only a few, but the link is in the description. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share.